Hey folks, this is Vince with DADSGAMING Addiction, and welcome to episode 13 of the DGA podcast. I am your host, Vince. With me in the studio is...
Idly!
Idly, you're having a lot of fun with that light over there.
Oh, sorry.
I was making a comment, that's all. I wasn't criticizing, it's just a comment.
I was giving a video effect, for those.
Oh, that's high-tech video.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like...
You have your sound effects, I have my light stage
here. Some effect artists pay millions of dollars for that kind of effect. It's amazing what you just did there.
There, see?
Great. So, Halloween just passed, so we thought we'd make some kind of semi-spooky Halloween-themed podcast. Nothing too extravagant.
Hence why it's so dark in my area.
Yeah, she did that on purpose for, again, special effect. I think she missed her calling, honestly.
Wow. Mm-hmm. The sarcasm is so...
I would never be sarcastic, please.
It's very venomous.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Alrighty then.
So, I guess we'll start off with, what do we do this week? Top 5? Did we do another top 5? I think we did another top 5. Top 5 spooky games that made you nope. So what do I mean by nope? Well...
Throw your computer away.
Well, there's that. If you were ever playing a game and you came across something so scary that you either had to put it on pause or you threw the controller down and were like, nope, not touching that again. It's what we're looking for. So top 5 spooky games that made you nope.
Yeah.
It was easier to say that than top 5 spooky games that made you throw the controller down or made you put it on pause. I didn't think that latter would have worked as well and within the character limits of YouTube, so that's why it says top 5 spooky games that made you nope.
Top 5 spooky games that made you go to the bathroom and miss the toilet or something. Instead of just crapping your pants.
That sounds more like a medical problem than a spooky problem.
But it's better than crapping your pants, because that's just rude.
Well, I have a sound effect for that.
Oh no! I was just kidding. Ew! I thought you were gonna do the dog drinking water for a second.
Why would I do that for? I would never do such a thing.
Oh my god, you're such a child.
Is that the one you're looking for?
Oh, that's so nasty, dude.
Is that spooky?
Isn't this supposed to be family friendly?
It is family. It's a dog drinking water. How much more family friendly can I get?
Aww.
This is a long sound effect. All right.
Yeah, it is.
All right. So, yeah, top 5 spooky games that made you nope.
Did you find this one easy?
Kind of. Like, I had a few in mind already making it, but, like, I don't play a lot of horror games. Like, a whole lot. I've played my share, but a lot of them were, like, low budget. So,
Yeah.
There's a lot.
It is so hard to find a good horror game. Like, almost all the horror games that I've played, they're not really scary anymore, So it's kind of hard to find those that make me go, nope.
Well, what do you consider spooky? Because there are, like, in your opinion, what is the ultimate horror game? Is it jump scares? Is it storytelling? Is it atmosphere? What is it?
It's all of it. It's the spooky, ghostly kind of games, with ghosts and stuff. It's the interactiveness of, dark rooms or trying to, I don't know, like encountering something that's just creepy. I don't know.
He's dead, Jim.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, dead bodies. But do you like jump scares, or are you at the point now where you're over it?
No, I like jump scares as long as the game is also fun. Like if the game is fun and it has jump scares, yeah, I don't mind it. Why not?
That's fine. I'm someone that has gotten older to the point where jump scares seem more of a cheap thrill now. I don't mind.
I agree.
I don't mind jump scares so as long as it fits the game and it does other things. And I guess I'll get into that later when we get into our list. But
yes,
there are some games that I've covered that are not on this list that the game is reliant on jump scares to make it scary. And I don't think centering your game around jump scares is the way to go to make a true horror game. You need the other components, like you said, in order to actually make it work.
Yep.
But anywho. All right. So as far as the sound effects for this week, as far as the top 5, I don't know if you can hear this, but
stars.
Oh gosh.
What is that? Do you recognize that?
I don't know what that is. What is that?
All right, hold on.
Stars.
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 I have to do it 5 times.
Oh my god.
For the number 5. That is Nemesis from Resident Evil 3. And throughout the game, Stars. He's hunting the Stars police squad. There's a police squad special forces group called Stars. It was in the movie too, which came later. But in the video game, Stars was the police force, and this Nemesis hunted you throughout the game in Stars. So that was our number 5 sound effect. Is that 5 times?
I see.
Yeah.
You can delete that sound effect from your computer.
Good luck. I'll hide it really, really well. You'll never find it. Okay. So, I guess... There we go. My number 5 was Resident Evil / Silent Hill. Because I included them in both because, for the most part, they're the same game. They've got the same wonky control schemes. In the sense that, like, it's hard to actually move your character around. At least, no, the game that you're looking at here is the remade Resident Evil 2, which was a little better. It played a little bit more like Resident Evil 4, but in the old style Resident Evil games, like 1 and 2 for the PlayStation, you had very specific camera angles, and you were not allowed to change the camera at all. So as you were walking your character around the room, you had to constantly like change your perspective and your point of view. And then when zombies showed up, you were fighting the controls just as much as you were fighting the zombies. And I don't know why, but the atmosphere in Silent Hill was creepy. The mist. I read up later that was just a cheap tactic so that they wouldn't have to render graphics in the background, and it was just an easy out for game development purposes.
Wow, it worked.
It worked. I mean, yeah. So instead of modeling buildings and stuff, just mist. Nice. Simple. And then Resident Evil 2. What scared me the most from that was when I was walking down a hallway. And a dog might jump out of a window. Or there's these, I don't know what they're called, but they're like lurkers. They're creatures that hang on the ceiling with these long tongues, and they're like very, very dangerous. And encountering one is like very, very dangerous. So it's like, when I encountered those when I was younger, playing this on the PlayStation, like a number of times I was like, I don't want to go down this hallway. I can't. And I think you had a similar entry, did you not?
Yes, my number 5 was actually Silent Hill 2.
Silent Hill 2.
So I agree with you in the sense that Resident Evil and Silent Hill, the series have the same control schemes and all that. But I think they're 2 vastly different games. I never was a fan of the Resident Evil games, except for like one on PS1. I think it was Director's Cut or something. I played that all the time, but I never liked the Resident Evil games because they were creepy, but it wasn't Silent Hill level. I loved Silent Hill. Like I remember when I was about, oh my gosh, I was 11 or 12, and I never could play more than 10 minutes of it because I was so creeped out. But then I finally sat down. I think I was 16 at the time, and I pushed through it, and I completed all of Silent Hill 2. Problem is that they discontinued the series, which was kind of sad because I thought it was a really good series. But
what didn't you like about, like, what was it? Because Resident Evil had zombies and Silent Hill had like monsters? Is that a big difference, or what?
Maybe. I don't know. I think the whole saving aspect, I hated the saving in Resident Evil.
The ink ribbons.
I hated it. The typewriter. that was so stupid. I couldn't grasp my head. The healing, I didn't like that either.
The herbs.
Yeah, I don't know. It was just
I don't.
off to me.
It was poor game design, I think, to force a player to use valuable ink ribbons to save. Like, what if you're a busy person and can only play for 5 minutes? What are you gonna do? Just leave the game on and hope that no one touches it later? Like, it's poor game design.
The premise is great. Like, I love a good zombie story. You know, I thought the stories were great in Resident Evil, like Umbrella Corporation and all that, but I don't know, Silent Hill just really captivated me, and after that I couldn't get into Resident Evil. I think Silent Hill just ruined Resident Evil for me.
How'd you like that opening in Silent Hill where you were forced down into this pit or something and you were surrounded by all those monsters and you were forced to, like, it killed you and then you woke back up near the diner or whatever it was? Do you remember that?
Is that in part 2? Because I don't remember that.
Oh, I don't. I don't remember. It's been so long since I played it. Silent Hill 2 was with James and I think Maria, and James was looking for his wife in the town of Silent Hill, but came across Maria instead.
Yeah. They did a lot of things to ruin it too. Like, I don't know if it's that one, but I think in all the Silent Hills there was secret endings that were really ridiculous, like super ridiculous. They had like a UFO ending, I think, that was cartoony, and it was just so stupid. That kind of ruined it.
In Silent Hill 2, there was an ending where it was the dog ending, and James walks into a room. And there's a dog, like sort of like in the Wizard of Oz. There's a dog sitting at the control panel, and all you hear is bark, 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 bark. And it was supposed to be a silly ending, which it was. You had to play the game through multiple times or play it in a certain way just to get that ending. But yeah, it was So yeah,
I don't think I like when scary games do that because it just takes you out of the immersion, you know?
Well, yeah, some people didn't like it either, but what are you going to do?
There was a fan-made Silent Hill game that looked really interesting. I never played it, but it looked really interesting. And there was a very controversial scene in there. And I'm not a big fan of fan-made games that separate from the official stuff because it loses a little bit of its quality, but it looked really good, but it was very short, I think.
Gotcha.
So that stinks. But yeah, I liked Silent Hill.
You like 2 better than 1? Because your number 5 entry was Silent Hill 2.
That's the only one I ever played.
Oh, okay, got it.
I never played the other ones.
What did you think of the parallel universe swapping?
Oh yeah, I remember that from the movies.
You did that in the game too. I mean, like you were in the white mist, and then you went into this like hospital or whatever, and then you morphed into this other world, this alternate universe that was run down. And
I remember being so scared out of my mind when that happened. Like when it got to like a really misty thing, it was really creepy, but as soon as it changed, you see like these hellish figurines. The walls were all burnt. Dude, I was like, oh my god, I hated that. It was so creepy.
And you had to replay the entire level again. And all the rooms were different, unlocked. Yeah, so it was a way for the developers to go, how can we get the player to spend more time in this hospital? Oh, just swap him over to a parallel universe where he has to redo everything. Yeah,
I'll tell you right now though, I actually used a walkthrough because I didn't want to spend more time there than I
did. They have walkthroughs back then for that?
Oh yeah.
But they were in magazines, weren't they? Like
they were. I remember printing it out from AOL or something like that. Not AOL. It was Yahoo, I think, or something.
Back in the day.
Yeah.
GameFAQs was the place to go.
Yes, I'm pretty sure it was GameFAQs. Never mind.
That's where I got Yahoo. I went to the internets and downloaded the thing.
GameFAQs. Oh man,
remember GameFAQs? It's still around. Pretty sure.
Is.
All right. Well, that was our number 5. We both had Silent Hill and Resident Evil as that. So
the music. The music was amazing. That's probably my favorite part of all the Silent Hill stuff. I think that's what captivated me to Silent Hill and made me say forget the other games.
Makes sense.
Okay, yeah.
Number 4?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we got to do this 4 times now.
Oh, crap.
Stars.
Are you serious? The same thing? They're so lazy.
Stars.
You find 5 different sound effects and then play them.
Oh, but that one sounds like really demonic. I don't like it. I'd rather get a toilet bowl.
You sure about that?
He's gonna put a cut in this video and be like, you know what?
You're fired.
I'd rather hear
fired.
anything.
All right, fine. You're here this 4 times.
You're fired. You're
Nah,
fired.
I'm fine, whatever.
You're fired.
That's fine.
You're fired.
Is that better? That's scary, right? Okay.
We have very different definitions of scary.
My number 4 is Alien Isolation.
Yep.
This was a stealth game. I had never seen the Alien movies at this point. I watched them for the first time with you. What, about a year ago?
Yeah, probably less than that. I think the beginning of this year.
And the later Aliens were harder to stomach, but the first one with Ripley was pretty good. The original Ripley, not the one that came back to life as whatever. Anyway, so this game is a stealth game where you've got this alien hunting you for the most part. And it was really creepy because you never knew where it would come out. This thing was very persistent too. Just when you thought you were alone, it shows up. And getting around it is difficult in some situations. Yeah, it's scripted sometimes in the sense that it always shows up here, always shows up there because it was programmed to. But there are some parts of the game where, sometimes it'll be here 1 minute and then next time it won't. And then in the meantime, you're trying to figure out what's going on in the station. I don't know. There are parts of the game where I did not want to progress any further because I thought it was whenever you play a game for the first time like this, like you don't know what kind of death, what happens to you when you die, so you don't want to.
Yeah, and that's when you gotta go to GameFAQs.
GameFAQs. Man, they better be paying us some money here for all this promotion.
Oh my gosh, that's right.
I'm just saying. So
You're fired.
still fired. What did you play Alien Isolation?
I did. I remember I was really excited to play this on your account, and
reason number 3,275 why she moved in with me.
no, oh my gosh, it's a little higher on the list. So, I loved all the movies. Oh my god, so sweet. All right, so I loved all the Alien movies.
Still fired.
My favorite was the second one. I think the second one was amazing. I could watch that all day.
The second movie? Okay.
So when I played this, I loved that the main character is actually Ripley's daughter, which in the movie, spoilers, they said that her daughter died. Oh, no, what was it? No, not her daughter died, but she slept for so long that everyone she knows is gone, because she was a doctor. So I love that your main character is her daughter, and she's. Oh my god!
Sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm a child. Go ahead.
So I like this game. The reason why it's not on my list, I wanted to put it on this list, but it's not on my list because it's only one enemy, one alien enemy, and that was kind of unfortunate.
There are robots, though, that attack you, if I remember correct. Robots.
I don't think I even got that far.
The androids, yeah. Pretty sure you have to fight the androids, too. But
were they scary as the alien?
No, the alien is what scares you, in my opinion.
Yeah, I like the atmosphere. I think that's creepy. But I thought it was going to be a lot more creepier. The movies, I think, were creepier than the game. But yeah, it was a pretty fun game. I was disappointed that it wasn't as open worldy as I thought it would be. It's very linear. It's
more adventure game, and
yeah.
So all right. Well, that was my number 4. Just blowing right through these. What was your number 4?
Ark.
I think this is on every list that you have. Why Ark?
Ark is spooky in the water. Are you kidding me? Look at that. You're even showing it, and I'm getting anxiety right
I know
now.
what you're talking about. I'm on the beach looking in the water. Just because a piranha wants to come up to me and eat me doesn't mean anything.
It's weird because, like, lately all the spooky games are not even supposed to be spooky. They maybe have parts that are spooky, but it's not supposed to be a horror game. It's supposed to be an adventure dinosaur taming game. But man, sometimes these creatures, they just come at you, and the immersion is so good that you think that you're there. The caves, the dark water, the open water. Oh my gosh. I've been wanting to play Stranded Deep, and I'm scared to touch that.
Stranded Deep, I thought was just like Raft, but
Is it?
I don't know. I thought it was like Raft.
Okay, Raft probably should have been on my list too because
You know-
it is so creepy.
Really? The Raft is just a shark. I mean, what else is there?
The water. It's the water that's creepy.
You should have a top five water games that scare you.
Yeah. I'm terrified of the ocean, man.
Ernie takes a bubble bath. Oh, that's number 2.
That would be number 1. Are you kidding?
Yeah. Hey, bird.
Okay.
I don't have sound effects for Sesame Street.
But yeah, I mean, I know it's probably silly that it's on my list, but wait until you guys hear my next one.
I don't think that's. I mean, what is there a monster in particular in Ark that scares you the most in the water? Is it? Or is it just? Like what sea creatures in this game scare you so much?
The squid, the plesiosaur. Just because we tamed a plesiosaur, I'm still terrified of it. The huge squid, I'm just dreading taming that. And then I did see one time like this huge dragon, not sea creature, but it was like a huge dragon thing.
Oh, that clipping though! Holy cow!
Is this like an older video?
Yeah, this is from like several years ago.
When we had the tethering?
Yeah, when we had the tethering, like you couldn't walk 2 steps away from me without tethering. It was really bad. All right, well that's fair enough. I don't know if I agree. Like I agree that the underwater segment is spooky, but like I don't think it's enough for me to say nope. You know what I mean?
I've so many times I've always had to get out of the water, catch my breath, try again, and then get out of the water, catch my breath, try again, and it's tough.
You psyched yourself out. There's this anxiety of the water.
Yeah. The very last time that we played together and I found that cave and the fact that I tamed the plesiosaur, do you know how hard that was, dude? Do you know how many times I wanted to go to the bathroom? Like, I couldn't.
That's a medical issue right there.
I was trying so hard, dude. I was trying so hard. It was tough.
All right. That's it? Okay. Well, my number 3, and again, we're going to just...
Don't.
Stars.
Oh,
Stars.
that's not that creepy. I don't like
You're
it.
fired.
I'd rather hear anything.
You'd rather hear anything?
Anything.
Shut up, Wesley.
I'll hear that. I don't care. I'll hear that 20 times.
Shut up, Wesley.
All right, fine. All right. I won't do it anymore.
Yeah, okay.
Stars.
All right, what's your number 3?
My number 3, Amnesia: The Dark Descent.
Oh, okay.
There are a number of Amnesia games out there. Amnesia: The Dark Descent is the first one I played. There was some that came before it, like Penumbra, I think it was, or something like that. I've never played those, but Amnesia: The Dark Descent was the first one I'd ever played. And it was scary in the sense that it was more of a psychological thing than an actual scary monster thing. Yeah, there were monsters that were coming after you and the like, but for the most part, you were scared to even see them. Like, for the most part, they were these shadowy figures, and your mind took over, and you were just like, you know, you were too scared. You ran into the other room, you hid for a while. The atmosphere in Amnesia was really good. Like
Can you die?
Yes,
like,
you can.
Can those monsters kill you?
Yes, they can.
Oh, I see.
So there are some just scares, but yeah, there are monsters that walk around and can kill you, just like in Alien. So, yeah, I mean, the sound effects in this game, the ambiance was so good. Like you heard water dripping, or the sounds of your feet on the hall, or the stone hallway. Like all of that stuff was really scary. It was it was medieval, so no high technology. You had a lantern that you were holding, and that was your only light source besides lighting candles. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. I there was a couple of parts in Amnesia where I actually had to stop playing it for a while, and then I came back to it later.
I saw a walkthrough of this on YouTube. I'm pretty sure. I don't remember it though.
I didn't care for I could care less about the story. There was some nudity in it, which bothered me a little bit, but whatever.
Was it like really like in your face?
There was one room you walked into, it was just male genitalia everywhere. Like bodies all over the place.
No wonder you didn't like it.
Well, I don't swing that way, sorry. I mean, I'm not into
the females.
I'm not into corpses, okay? That's what I meant to say. What I meant was, it's not it's not a sexual preference. It's the fact that there are corpses all over the place. Okay. I'm not attracted by that, so no. Anyway.
Sure. So, yeah, I've never played this one.
You've never played it?
Mm-mm.
There is a part where a water monster chases you through a maze of doors, and you have to try
What water monster?
I don't think you ever saw it, but if you stayed in the water too long, it killed you. And then there was a part where it actually chased you through a door, then through another door, then you had to keep going. And if you hit a dead end, so help you.
Does it fly or something?
No, it was just underwater.
Oh my lord.
It was an underwater monster that you never saw, where I never saw it.
That's creepy.
Yeah. You would not have liked that.
Probably not. So I do remember seeing the walkthrough, but I don't remember that part. Maybe I saw something else.
Maybe. Well, there were some other games. There was Amnesia, the pigs game,
I was
Machine
in the middle
for
of,
Pigs.
Whatever. Yeah, I decided not to download it. I wasn't too interested in it.
It didn't look as good as The Dark Descent, personally.
Yeah, I read up on the wiki, like the plot and the story. I was in the middle of watching a YouTube walkthrough of it, and I didn't care for it too much, so I stopped midway.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. This doesn't really look like it'll appeal to me. Maybe because of like how zoomed in it is. It looks like really zoomed in. And
you like your FOV to be... I think you can get FOV to be back. I'm not sure.
Maybe.
I don't mess with FOV ever. I'm not a Quake gamer or an Unreal Tournament gamer where I need to see behind me somehow while I'm looking straight ahead. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't need to do that.
I see.
Like the cone doesn't have to be out here. Like I'm fine with
fish view.
Yeah, it's like fisheye lens. Like I don't know how people play that way. It's like it messes with me.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right. So
that's cool. Yeah, I might have to play this if you're recommending this as a spooky game.
I recommend Amnesia. Absolutely. Okay. If you like horror games, yeah, check this one out. I don't know about Rebirth, which was the recent one that was recently released. But The Dark Descent, I still think is pretty good. There's some puzzles in it you may have to look up solutions for if you don't want to take the time to do it. But yeah.
Game fact.
Game facts. Cha-ching. Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. What was your number 3?
Subnautica.
You and your water games. Again, top 5 water games that idly can't play. What did you hate? Now, is this game spookier than Ark?
Absolutely.
Why?
Absolutely.
Is it because the water effects are a bit more realistic and everything's more...
Yes. The sounds are insanely frightening. I'm a huge sound nerd. I love frightening sounds. I think that just makes a game. Mm-hmm. And Subnautica like really nailed it. The whales, they have like these weird looking alien whales, and their sounds, even though they're not like mean
aggressive,
or anything,
yeah,
their sounds freak me out. Every time I see them off in the distance, it freaks me out. Dude, this game, it makes my heart pitter patter.
The water effects, I'm looking at the video right now, and the water effects are really good in Subnautica. So good. Yeah. Some of the monsters in this game scared me more than others. Like, once you get used to a monster, it's not
Yeah.
so bad, but
It's not even about the monsters at that point. It's about the water surrounding you, the unknown,
underneath
and
you, yeah.
yeah, the
Hmm.
darkness. Just the atmosphere is just so creepy. And one of my worst fears is drowning. So having the oxygen like meter go low and your vision blurred,
Hmm.
it's a mind
That messes with you, huh?
yeah, it's a mind boggle.
To put it nicely, yes.
Yes.
So I don't know what else to say about Subnautica. I mean, Subnautica is another survival game, kind of like Ark, but this one has a story to it.
Yeah.
And did you like the story, or did you beat this?
I've never beaten it. I've seen you beat it.
Why
Excuse
did
me.
you should play it and beat it?
I try. I really try. It's very difficult.
Once you
I
are you what about when you're in a submarine? Can you handle that, or is it only when you're in the water naked, kind of
when
without a
I'm in the
vehicle?
when I'm in the smaller submarine, I'm okay. I think when I'm in the bigger submarine, I'm a little bit frightened in that thing too because
You
I
can't
get so
see.
scared that yeah, you can't see and I get scared I'm going to be stuck on something and if I'm far away from home and my submarine's stuck, I'm going to have to swim home and I don't know where I'm going.
Uh huh.
So, yeah.
Or if your engine catches fire, like mine just did.
Yeah, I see that.
Hmm.
Oh man, building a base too is so frightening.
That was my favorite part of this game, was base
Hmm.
building. I loved it. I loved the survival, growing crops, power, like I don't know, I building an underwater base was really cool
I
in
love it
this.
too. It's just it's so hard for me to get really far into it because I get scared. I get so scared. I don't. I'm
I
such a fraidy cat in this game.
we This should have been multiplayer. We did a top 5 where top 5 games that should be co-op, and spoiler on an older podcast.
Yeah,
This was one of them. I would love to have played this game with you. You know,
I would totally stay like my home base and just direct you where to go and stuff.
you'd stay inside the escape pod,
I would.
sitting there talking to yourself, banging your head against the wall, because you're just so upset and
I'll
going
get the
crazy.
resources like around us and then just give it to you. That's the co-op.
You arrange the resources in DGA and in the letters DGA because you have nothing better to do than to troll people. But
No.
so, all right, well,
Yeah.
all right, I can understand why you have a fear of water, so I can understand why this would scare you. So, all right, well, that was number 3. Of course, we're gonna do a number 2 sound effect. I mean,
Stars.
Oh god.
Stars.
it was only twice. Would you like me to do it again?
No. I hate that sound effect. Gosh. All right, what was your number 2?
My
As you're stalling.
number 2 button. Phasmophobia was my number 2. And I know you don't like this game, but Phasmophobia is a cooperative multiplayer horror game. And this was a game that really, like, the less you know, the more you're going to psych yourself out. When you start understanding what the cues are and the ghosts and what they can do, and when they attack you, like, it becomes a little less scary, but, like, I'd say that 70% of this game is you psyching yourself out and 30% of it is the ghost doing something to scare you. And I like this game because it's kind of like a clue game in the sense that you got to figure out what room the ghost is haunting. And to do that, you need to listen for, okay, where are things being moved around? Oh, the sink in the bathroom was turned on. That means the ghost room might be nearby. I've got the spirit box. I've got this EMF thing that might help determine where he is, the temperature thermometer thing. So, like, I love the idea of that. But there are a number of instances where when I first started playing this, I was dreading it. Like, my first or second attempt in this, I didn't know about the 5-minute cooldown where the ghost after 5 minutes will actually hunt you and kill you. I didn't know it could lock the front door. and come after you. Like, I was by the front door and then it closed. And I'm like, I can't get out. And this thing's just making a beeline for me. I'm like, oh my God. And then, that was it. So, like, this game, it's really spooky and scary, in my opinion. And this is a game where I was like, nope. I was dreading my first couple of runs. I was dreading going back into it to play again. Like, I was in the main menu, in the little lobby area, staring at that start button, play button, going, do I really want to do this right now? Do I really want to do that? Okay, fine, let's just do it. Let's man up and get it done, and let's have some fun, But still, like, that thought's going through your head, like, I don't know if I want to do this, and this game is doing it for me. So even now, after I've played it for, I don't know, 10 plus hours, and I know more about the game now, it still gives me a lot of pause sometimes. Sometimes if I'm braver with people than I am by myself. So if David and I are walking in together, I'm fine. But if I'm going in by myself, it's like, I don't know, it feels like I'm actually there. And your character moves so slowly too, like turtle speed. It's like those dreams where, something is chasing you and you can't run in your dreams. That's how I feel in this game. Like, you're moving so slow that there's nothing you could possibly do to stop whatever's coming after you. So I know you don't have a whole lot to say about this game.
I will say the nice stuff.
Okay, go for it.
I like to see your reaction. It's pretty funny. I like that it's a clue type of game. Mm-hmm. I wish it didn't have a lot of the controversial things that I think are controversial, and I know other people won't find it controversial, but...
What's more religious?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's nothing that, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, okay.
That's all the nice things you got to say about it.
Uh-huh.
If it didn't have the controversial stuff, would you play it?
I would totally play it. Because it looks like something I would like. Okay. But I cannot permit myself to what was the word?
To indulge, to go down a road.
I don't want to disrespect my beliefs, I guess I should say.
That's fair enough. And there's no wrong answer when it comes to that. You like what you like, and you don't like what you don't like, and when it comes to beliefs and stuff, that's fine. So, all right. Well, my number 2 was Phasmophobia. I love it. I really do. It's a great game. What was your number 2?
My number 2 is Dying Light.
Dying Light. That's another zombie game, is it not?
Mm-hmm.
What do you like about this, or what scared you?
This game is really creepy because you have a set base and you have some outposts. And in order to get fully out of danger, you have to stay in those outposts. So it's kind of cool in the sense that you have to go out, do things, and then come back and be safe. But what really made it on this list was the nighttime. When it hits nighttime, there's these different types of zombies that come at you.
They run.
And they hunt you, and they run like crazy.
There's
and
that back camera where you can turn around and see.
Yeah.
I never do that. I'm not that stupid to hit the back. I'm like, I know something's chasing. I don't need to look at it. I know it's there. Let's just keep running. Eyes forward.
There's I remember one time when I had to go to this train station thing, and it was a mission that was only completed at night, so I had to go at night. And so I went to this train thing and I got my resources or whatever, and when I tried to come out, the monsters were in the way and it got so dark that I couldn't see anything. So as I'm trying to hide, I can see like their line of view on the mini map, like they're about to find me, and then they all spot me, and there's like 6 of them chasing me. So what I did was just run around on the top of the train cars in the little warehouse that I was in, and I just kept running around, and I actually had to use the button to look back. I had to, because otherwise I'd get my face eaten. But it is really easy to die to those monsters. So
it's easy to die in general in this game.
Really? I like daytime because it's more of a creepy atmosphere. The zombies aren't that bad. It's just when, I don't know, to me, nighttime is easier to die in.
Well, yeah, I agree with that. What I mean by that is the zombies in this game
Mm-hmm.
are more sturdier, more hardier than other games like Left 4 Dead. In Left 4 Dead, you're just mowing down zombies with your guns, you're going. In this game, it takes a number of hits to take down one zombie. If you get cornered by 2 or 3, you're in trouble.
It depends what type of weapon you use, though, because I'm at the point now where I can just one-shot zombies, like with just a simple decapitation. So I think it just depends what weapons
If
you
you
use.
progress, but what if you're in the beginning of the game, and you don't have a whole lot? Like
Yeah,
one or
then
two
it
zombies
can get-
is like even 2 zombies is a lot to handle and then you get those huge monsters or yeah. So I don't know. Like this game reminded me a bit of what was I gonna say? Not
State of Decay?
Dead Island.
Dead Island, okay.
Because it's more melee focused than gunplay focused.
I definitely like this one better just because it has parkour, and it's way more open worldy, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it has a ton of different side quests, and wait, Dead Island had side quests too, didn't it?
It did.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, both games were similar to each other.
Mm-hmm.
You could upgrade your melee weapons to have some kind of electrical elemental effect.
Mm-hmm.
I think the only real difference between this game and Dead Island was in this game the parkouring. Yeah, there was more emphasis on parkouring.
I like the quests better in this one. The fetch quests I think are a lot easier to complete because of all the different outposts that you have.
Mm-hmm.
And the control is just so much more fluid. And the weapons are actually really fun to upgrade and stuff.
Mm-hmm. So your note moment was the nighttime stuff? Is that what really got you?
Yes. Even now, like when I play this, every time it starts getting dark, I'm like, oh my god, I have to go back home. Oh my god, I have to go back home. And that's kind of like that in 7 Days to Die, right? Where at night you kind of like make a mad rush to go back to your base.
7 Days to Die? No, not 7 Days to... Oh, I don't have a problem with 7 Days to Die.
No? You don't you don't get scared at night?
No. Mm-mm.
You pro.
Well, nothing bad happens. Like, they don't get more dangerous at night. Well, they do.
You play on easy mode,
yeah. On harder mode, yeah, they do get more dangerous. They walk faster at night.
Yes, and they have, like, the glowy eyes, and they get really scary.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually 7 Days to Die is generally a really hard game, but we do play it on easy. You know?
Yeah, well, I'm not hardcore.
It's not hardcore, it's just default.
That's still hardcore for me. I like my casual... I work hard. I prefer to play a game that I would enjoy playing, not a game that would frustrate me.
Yeah.
You know?
You don't think there's like a difference between challenging and frustration?
A game can be challenging so as long as it's fair about it.
Mm-hmm. Like doable, right?
That, and there needs to be like, okay, Factorio is challenging, but it holds my attention because it has just enough challenge, but just enough, like, I've managed to figure things out in that game at a rate that wants me to keep coming back for more.
Mm-hmm. And you use custom settings for that too, right?
I do. But like, when it comes to games, like, I like a challenge, but I don't like too much of a challenge. There's that one spot on the difficulty meter that I enjoy. It's somewhere between easy and medium. Like, I mean, when I mean easy, I mean like dead easy. Like, I can breathe and beat the game. There's a spot between that and medium difficulty that's my perfect difficulty. Somewhere in there. I don't know where it is, but I want just enough challenge to make what I'm doing worthwhile. But I don't want it to be so bad that I'm sitting there sweating, just dripping on the keyboard, having heart attacks and anxiety.
I agree.
I need that happy medium, and that's
like the whole dying and then losing all of your items. That's like it's too much.
That's frustrating.
Yeah, I understand that.
Mm-hmm. I like survival games because I like, there's a risk of losing all your, of going hungry, like State of Decay. There's a risk of no medical supplies, no food, no weapons, no ammo, and there's a risk of going out and getting stuff and bringing it back, I enjoy that. But State of Decay is easy enough for me to play to where I can keep playing it. And there's still a challenge, because you can still die, but at the same time, it's not, like, it's not to the point where it would frustrate me. Like, taking 2 steps outside my base, I'm not dead.
Yep.
So, alright, well, that's fair. So that was Dying Light then. Now, the last entry on our list...
What is that?
My bad. I clicked the wrong button.
What in the world?
It's something that's coming up.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a wiki. So,
okay.
there's a sneak peek into a special thing I have later. It's nothing special, but just special. It's special, but not really. Number 1. Alright, since you don't like the Resident Evil, I will play this clip.
It's the Great Pumpkin! He's rising up out of the pumpkin patch!
Is that Charlie Brown?
That is Charlie Brown and the Great Pumpkin.
Oh my god.
That was when Linus and Sally were in the field waiting for the Great Pumpkin.
That's funny.
That's when I associate Halloween, I think Great Pumpkin. It's great. Anyway, childhood memories. I don't have any video for this because both of our answers were the same, somewhat. Mine was Fatal Frame 1. What was yours?
Wow. Fatal Frame 2 and 3.
I've never played 2 and 3.
Oh, wow.
I've only played 1. 1 scared the pants off me when I was younger.
Okay.
Because, like, it had that Resident Evil camera walking around, but you could also enter first person and take pictures of ghosts, but it was difficult to do because of the controls. Like, the ghost would be right on top of you, and you're sitting there trying to flip through the right setting on your camera to do the right damage to the ghost. You had to get the right setting on the camera or something like that. And you're in this small room, too, trying to point your camera at the ghost as it's floating around, and it's coming at you. And you're like, it was scary. Fatal Frame is by far one of the scariest games I ever played.
I'm really shocked that you said Fatal Frame 1, I gotta say.
I've never played 2 and 3 to know if they're better or not. I just know that it was...
2 is the best one, by far. Resident Evil is Animal Crossing compared to Fatal Frame 2. It's just so terrifying.
I don't know why, but Japanese horror does it so much better.
Yeah, they do.
When you that one movie, One Missed Call, there's a Japanese version and there's the American version or whatever.
We should watch it again.
The Japanese version is miles better.
I would totally watch
Train to Busan was what, a Korean? No, what was it?
That was I don't know, but that was a foreign flick. That was like an adventure.
That was a zombie flick.
Yeah.
Well, that's considered horror.
Yeah, but I didn't think it was like scary. It was a very good movie, but I didn't think it was that scary.
Yeah, it had subtitles. It was a great movie. Like, I don't know why. It's just there are some really good foreign films out there that are miles better than the trash that we're putting out.
I know. Have you ever seen oh my gosh, One Missed Call Part 2 and 3?
I have not.
Oh man, dude, they're
Is that
so good.
How do you? Is the name of the movie still One Missed Call? One Missed Call again. Yeah. Look who's one missed calling now.
Missed calls.
Too many missed calls.
Leave a message.
Answering machine is full.
Yeah, it's funny. Like I learned, I learned how to do the actual phone call on the piano.
Did you really?
I did, and every time I played it, I freaked myself out.
So you played it, then you scared yourself.
I did. I'd be like dun 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 dun, dun and I'm like, ah! I don't want to play this anymore.
Good job, hon.
It was so good. So you liked Fatal Frame 1?
I did.
Right.
It was scary. But I haven't played it recently. Like, I'm talking, it's been 20 years since I've touched it.
Do you have it at all?
I had it for the... I don't have it still.
Oh, okay.
I had it for the console, but I don't have it anymore.
I'm gonna go find 2 and 3 and make you play
It
that.
needs to be remade. There needs
Yeah,
to be.
it does.
It needs a remade for the PC. Fatal Frame remastered. Get on it. Like
Yep.
or the series. Get a trilogy going. Something like that game.
I gotta say, the series for Silent Hill was so good, and as soon as I found out about Fatal Frame and I played it, it just blew Silent Hill away. Although I still love Silent Hill, I still love the music and stuff. But Fatal Frame, I've never played Fatal Frame 1, so I don't know much about it.
Mm-hmm.
But 2, the story was amazing. The sounds were so eerie and so creepy, and they just did a great job. The only thing I didn't like about it was if you made like a second playthrough, a second run through, you could unlock them playing in swimsuits. So it was really silly.
Was that a female character?
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, swimsuits. School uniforms.
You can't have a Japanese game without some type of swimsuit thing going. I mean, what was that? Dead or Alive? It was just there was a commercial. There was a commercial where it was called Dead or Alive, and it's just these scantily clad women playing volleyball, and it was just the commercial was 5 men together in a room staring at the screen, oogling at it. I'm like, this is totally this I can't stand that crap. Anyway,
3 was really good. The graphics were better, I think, but it didn't have a good of a story as part 2. The gameplay was still there, but I guess 3's atmospheric sense was a lot better. The Fatal Frame 2, I think, takes the cake. Like, it just has everything, the scary monsters in there, the grief and the tragedy that you feel after playing the game still lingers. It's insane.
Did it have any stars, though?
Stars? What do you mean, stars?
Stars.
The look on your face.
Jesus. Dude.
Sorry. That really tickled my fancy.
Yeah, it did.
That's where the segment's going, down the toilet. I deserve. There we go. All right. There we go. And for the rest of you folks,
Stay a while and listen.
okay.
Oh, man.
So anything else to say about Fatal Frame?
I think I've mentioned this in a previous podcast, maybe. I don't know. But I know I've said this to you, so I'm going to say it again. So when, how old was I? I don't remember. I think I was like 14 or something. But I played Fatal Frame 2. And I remember it was really difficult for me to continuously play it until one day I woke up and I'm like, okay, I'm going to spend all of Saturday and I'm going to play this stupid game. I'm going to beat it. So I went downstairs in the basement because that's where my console was. And I actually shut off all the lights because I wanted to get scared, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to go to the bathroom midway of the game. And by then I was like really terrified of the game, like at this point. But I had to go to the bathroom. So I turn on the light and I go upstairs. When I come back down, the TV was static. The TV was static, and there was like a man face, like just like fading in and out, and it scared the crap out of me.
Some games have that screensaver. Yeah,
I shut that thing off so fast, and I remember going on the computer and Googling like if that was normal, and it was a screensaver. Man, that freaked me out so bad.
You know, the developers of a game like that are on their A game when they just include little things like that to mess with you. That's so cool.
Oh man, dude, I had shut off my lights and everything, and as soon as I sit down, you see like a face and the static screen. Oh my god, that just destroyed my life.
It destroyed your life.
Oh, scary.
Did you have any honorable mentions?
I did.
What were they?
Monstrum.
Monster. Oh yeah, that was kind of like kind of like Amnesia, kind of where it was more of an arena thing though, where you against monster, it was like you had to collect
It
things
was
and
like
get out.
Alien. Yeah, but like you can't defeat the monsters, so you have to kind of hide from them. That was actually almost on my list. But the graphics are so poorly done. Even though the monsters are actually really freaky, the graphics were kind of laughable.
Yeah.
But the sense that like a monster can jump scare you, like there's a jump scare and then it'll chase you, so it really messes with you. Then I have Dark Deception.
Dark Deception. That can be scary. It doesn't scare me to the point where I'd put it down. But
yeah, exactly.
It's more
That's
of a,
why it's being honorable.
It's a oh crap, but
Yeah.
it's more jump scares that get you than anything else, honestly.
Yep.
Mine was Friday the 13th for the NES. Back in the day, that scared me.
Is that the puzzle game?
No. It was a side-scrolling 2D game where you chose one of the camp counselors. There was like 5 or 6 of them. And you had to go around rescue the kids. And Freddy or Jason would show up on a regular basis, whether it be on the 2D map part or when you were inside a house walking around. You had a back view of yourself. It was like a third-person over-the-shoulder view. And Jason would just show up and start attacking you. And he was like super powerful. And it was a tough game. And the sounds for an 8-bit game like that scared little me way back in the day. So yeah, so Friday I wouldn't probably scare me now, but I'm just saying like back in the day it did. So Friday the 13th at the NES, Eternal Darkness. That was a game for the GameCube. And you had a sanity meter. And as the sanity meter dropped for your character, you control different characters throughout the game through a storyline. Like you would play this old guy from the Shakespeare Renaissance, and then up to modern day, you're a firefighter. But as your sanity level drops, different things would happen to you on the screen. Like you would start seeing heads explode, or your head would explode, your body would drop over, and then the screen would warp back to regular view again. Like the sanity on that was crazy. The things it would do to you because it was unknown. Slenderman was more jump scare than anything, and then Five Nights at Freddy's. Again, more jump scares.
Yeah.
But
I watched a walkthrough of Blair Witch, that Blair Witch game that you didn't finish.
Yeah.
That you got frustrated with.
Yeah.
I watched a walkthrough of it, and it was actually really creepy.
I wanted to give it a chance. It's just that one mechanic wasn't explained all that well.
Yeah, I know. And it was actually really tough when I saw the YouTube walkthrough. I'm like, how is anyone gonna get this? Like, doesn't make sense.
Well, I wasn't the only one, I don't think either.
No.
So.
What is this? What is this thing?
People call that hair.
It looks weird though. Sorry, go ahead. Stop it! Put it down.
Would you like me to play that sound effect?
No.
Okay.
It's up to you. I don't care.
All right.
Stop it!
Is that better?
I can't believe you
Put
have
that
it
cookie
right on.
down! Now!
I had to click a couple of times. Anyway, so that was our top 5 spooky games that made you nope.
Yeah, if you have any recommendations, because there's really not a lot of really spooky games, but if you have any recommendations, please feel free to leave them in the comments below.
The comments below, absolutely. Well, in the community segment of this, we don't have any animal pictures, but I do have Patreon thank yous to dish out. So, yep, I exported all of the information. I'm looking at it right now, and as always, you guys are awesome. I almost Yoda there for a minute. As awesome you guys are! I like
That wasn't in the wiki, was it?
No, that was something else. No,
Okay,
that was
okay.
something else. No, that's going to be later on.
Okay.
So, Patreon people, first of all, thank you. Ratsy's pledged $135 this month for a lifetime of $2,960. Scotty R upped his pledge from $30 to $80 a month for a lifetime of $830. He keeps saying that he likes these podcasts, so I'll try and keep doing them. I swear. Greg Howe, King Bobcat, $10 a month, $402. Brian pledged $50 for a lifetime of $300. Mind a Lot pledged $5 for a lifetime of 70. Rip Alpha pledged $1 for a lifetime of 43. Alyssa Barrett pledged $1 for a lifetime of $2. And Rabid Amoeba pledged $1 for a lifetime of $2.
Aww.
So all of you, thank you so much. That is awesome. If I can get enough Patreon people and enough Twitch subscribers, I'll be happy to turn the ads off on my YouTube channel, because I know, an ad every now and again, like every 30 seconds is annoying. I know it is. YouTube pulled that whole, we're going to add mid-rolls to every video that you have, and I can't go through 10,000 videos to turn them all off, sorry. There's no way to do it universally. Twitch people. I don't have the amount you've contributed. You can't help it. Your bodily functions cannot be denied, I guess.
So sorry. Okay.
All right. Let's get... That was our first kerfuffle. Twitch subscribers. I don't have the amount that you contributed, but I do have the number of years you've subscribed. White Knight 74648, 31-month streak. Bessa 702, 29-month streak. What's so funny?
31 years.
31 years? He hasn't been alive for 31 years. How could he subscribe for 31 years?
That made me laugh.
Does he have a DeLorean?
I'm so sorry. Continue.
Mistama, 14-month streak. Nev Plays, 3-month streak.
Oh man, you're my favorite person ever.
Yeah. I wonder who this Nev Plays is.
She must look so beautiful.
Uh-huh.
And have the personality of a goddess. I'm just kidding.
ZZ's Journey.
So stupid.
Let's just go with...
Shut up, Wesley.
And be done with that.
I'm just kidding, by the way. Not that vanity F5.
ZZ's Journey, 2-month streak.
Thanks, ZZ. I love you.
Rabid Amoeba, 2-month streak.
Oh.
Randy, 2-month streak. And X Misa, 88, 2-month streak. And yours came from, I believe, both Rabid and Misa, if I remember correctly.
Wow. You have like some amazing people
I do.
that listen and follow.
That is awesome. I do appreciate it all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, every little bit helps, especially now. All right, so I guess we'll get into new releases. Not a whole lot. Well, there was, but a bunch that I didn't really care to talk about. A lot of Sakura, Vampire 3 or whatever. Anyway, Telltale The Walking Dead Definitive Series Edition. 40% off, $30. All the games. All of them. Why are you sleeping on your...
Oh, sorry.
Microphone.
My head got heavy.
I see. We're almost done, I swear. Almost done.
Did it make noise? I'm so sorry.
All I heard was...
Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't know it made noise.
It's like you were eating something. Like something hard and metallic. Anyway. So Telltale, The Walking Dead Definitive Series includes all of the games. 40% off, $30. Dark Deception, Monsters and Mortals, 10% off, $9. It's a standalone, though. It's not part of the single-player Pac-Man game. This is a multiplayer version where you can either be monster or human, and you play and you can fight each other. I don't know. You can look it up yourself, but it just seemed like a weak cash grab, but I could be wrong. Stellaris Necroid Species Expansion Pack. It's $8. Those are the new releases. Again, there are more, but some of them I just didn't care to repeat. Sales. Steam sales. Metro Exodus is 60% off for $16. Project Winter, 66% off, $6.80. Trine 4, The Nightmare Prince, 75% off, $8. The Political Machine 2020, 50% off, $7.50. Sins of a Solar Empire Ultimate Edition, that includes like everything, Rebellion, all that. 65% off, $25. Infested Planet, 75% off, $3.75. Green Man Gaming, I have an affiliate link. Death Stranding, 30% off, $42. Outer Worlds, 57% off, $25.50. Life is Strange, 83% off, $3.40. Deus Ex Mankind Divided, 87% off, $3.82. Portal Knight, 66% off, $6.80. Humble Bundle, again, I've got an affiliate link. Kingdom Classic is free for a limited time on Humble Bundle. So if you want the original Kingdom 1, not Two Crowns, but the original Kingdom, you can get it for free. Limited time. Witcher 3 Game of the Year, 70% off, $15. Medieval Dynasty, 32% off, $20.39. Outward, 71% off, $11.55. Maneater, which is the shark game, 41% off, $23.79. And there's more RPGs on sale right now on Humble. What is she doing?
Nothing.
Okay. Did you just shut off every light in the living room? What's wrong with you?
Just that one light.
Okay, Elvira. What the heck?
I'm supposed to be the Hulk.
Okay, Hulk smash.
Oh god, so heinous.
So, yes, more RPGs on Humble Bundle. Conan, Assassin's Creed, etc., etc. Go check that out. I also have a new affiliate link with Epic, the Epic Store. So, if you buy a game there and you type in DADSGAMING or something like that, it's on the description of my newer videos. DADSGAMING at checkout, I'll get a small cut. So, there's that. Spanish sentence of the week. So I guess we'll jump into that right now. And of course, that deserves its very own sound effect. If I can find it. There we go. Awesome.
You need to put it on like a favorites or something.
I need it in like 8 different places. That's not how I blow a trumpet, but whatever.
I'm forgiven! My brothers and sisters of the continuum have taken me back. I'm immortal again!
Omnipotent again!
I can't see myself!
What is wrong with you? Why do you keep messing with the lights?
I'm sorry, this is kind of fun.
I see. So you got this sentence for me. Asusto todo el tiempo estando detrás de ella cuando esta ocupado haciendo algo.
Very good.
Astute. La astuto is French for la astute. I'm astute. Toto. So Toto is astute. The dog Toto from Wizard of Oz. Toto is astute. With his tempo. Toto is very, very musical in the Spanish culture, and so he's astute with the tempo. Estando, he stands up and does it. He can stand up on his hind legs, and that's how good his tempo is.
Wow.
Detrás de ella. That's just extra fluff. I don't even know what that means. You don't even need it. Cuando esta is, well, Aunt Esta. It's my Aunt Esta. Ocupado, it's occupation. Haciendo algo. Haciendo. Have algae. Algae. It's algae. So, the dog Toto is astute. Because he can dance with the tempo on his hind legs, and he has algae. I'm pretty sure that's the sentence.
The astute dog.
That is it. There's not even need to tell me.
The astute. Wait, what was it? Say it again.
I can't. It loses itself in the translation. You can only say it once. Like, that's how...
You have to say it again.
No, you can't. No, that's not how the Spanish culture works.
Oh my gosh.
No, you can't. It loses it. No.
Dog.
The astute dog Toto.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't say anymore. It's just... I can't. It loses itself in the translation. You literally can't say it again.
The astute dog algae. Is that... Look at this. The dog knows that I'm talking about her.
The astute dog Toto...
Yeah.
Is a very, very musical dog. He has a lot of tempo. He can stand on his hind legs. Okay? And then you've got Esta, who has who has an occupation.
Okay.
But for the most part, Toto has algae.
Okay.
That's I'm pretty sure that's verbatim. That if you were to look that up on Google Translate, that's like pretty much what it would come up with. Go ahead.
Very good. La asusto todo el tiempo estando detrás de ella cuando está ocupada haciendo algo.
Affirmative.
Mm-hmm. And what does it mean?
It means I scare her all the time by standing behind her when she's busy doing something.
Where's her?
La asusto.
Is it Esta? What's Esta?
Esta is like when she is. Like, esta is like she is.
Okay, so it's
When
not
she's
a
busy.
person. It's not an Esta.
No, it's not a person.
Okay. I was sure that occupada was occupy or...
It's busy. Yeah.
Okay. I thought it might have been occupation or occupy.
Yeah, like occupied. You know, so busy.
I see.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well,
Very good though. You got standing, which is pretty impressive. Estando.
well, they sound similar to each other. I have that going for me, right?
Yes.
All right.
Do not hug me.
Wrong button. Sorry. There we go. So that was our Spanish segment of the week. Alright, I'll turn it off. I will. Alright.
These aren't my colors.
So, I do have a little fun, more of an FYI kind of thing.
For your information. Okay. TMI.
Me being a Star Trek fan,
Oh no.
there is a Halloween themed episode, and I'm gonna make a cut here actually in case I get flagged for it on YouTube. Here it is. Ready?
Discovers a mysterious planet
Dungeons, curses, skeletons, and iron maidens.
where reality and illusion
I
collide,
can't hear anything.
and nothing
You find me beautiful.
is what it seems.
I can be many women.
It's one of the strangest voyages captain and crew have ever known.
Leave, or you will all die. They were saying something about trick or treat.
Star Trek.
I know you couldn't hear that. So, there's an episode of Star Trek called Cat's Paw. And it is the worst, by far, the worst Star Trek episode ever. Now, there's no way for me to fix this. But the USS Enterprise, under the command of Captain Kirk, orbits the apparently lifeless planet Pyrus 7. Long story short, Scotty, Sulu, and crewman Jackson, who's dead on arrival probably, get into trouble. Jackson calls for transport. He comes back dead. His mouth emits an eerie voice telling Captain Kirk that the Enterprise is cursed and must leave the planet immediately or death will follow. This turns into Kirk beaming down, and he meets this cat who is a woman. This woman is a cat. Yeah, I guess, Catwoman. She dangles a little Enterprise salt shaker over an open flame, and then it cuts to the Enterprise, and the people are like, oh, it's getting so hot in here. Like, it was so bad. And then you had this green screen of this cat behind the door peeking in on the humans. This cat was like, it was supposed to be lifelike, like giant-sized. And it was so fake. It was so bad.
It reminds me of that video that your brother linked us, where the cat with Darth Vader, or like a cat Darth Vader type of thing. Do you remember that at all?
I think, yes. I know what you're talking about.
That's funny.
I'm trying to find the scene. There it is. Do you see that at all?
Yeah. You never showed me this episode.
I played it. You ignored it. As is typical.
Wait, you did?
I'm pretty sure. Yes,
I've played.
At this house. I watched Star Trek with you. That cat in the background peeking in on the humans, like. And then other parts of it, there was a shadow of the cat. Like they used lighting effects. So instead of getting a large cat walking down a hallway, they filmed the cat with a shadow walking down the hallway. And
What
the
is
shadow.
that on the floor? I'm sorry.
On the floor, that's a man being crushed by a door. This guy here, he's being crushed by a door. And the cat knocked down the door, crushed the guy. The skeleton's looking on in the background there. I don't know what else to say about this. They're in a dungeon. Bones is talking to Bones.
Oh! I think I remember that scene at least.
Something about trick or treat. The trailer made this episode to be made it out to be so bad, you know what? But it was the worst episode, and this was supposed to be Halloween themed.
Yeah.
What grinds my gears is that was episode 7.
Mm-hmm.
The episode that preceded it was called The Doomsday Machine. And The Doomsday Machine is one of the best Star Trek episodes ever, in my opinion. How do you go from this giant cone-shaped robot that can eat entire planets, starships, it fires this anti-proton beam that can just destroy anything. It was a menace to the entire universe. How do you go from that galactic universal threat, to Cat's Paw, where
they're both bad.
Salt shaker over an open All right. So this I just want to point out that this is now going to be a solo podcast. I will be your host and your co-host.
I'm sorry, I was just kidding.
No, what I'm going to do is I'm just... Yeah, I can't... Oh, I can't even hear her anymore. She's completely muted. This is now the DGA podcast of one.
I'm just kidding.
I'm
just kidding.
No,
they're not both bad. They're both equally amazing.
That's sarcasm, though. So, I just want to say, long story short, if you're looking for something fun to do for Halloween, and you want to torture yourself, and you can't wait, like, let's say that you're gonna watch the Star Wars holiday special for Christmas, but you need something to do in the meantime, you can torture yourself with Cat's Paw. Star Trek original series. I'm sure it's on Netflix, Hulu, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. The last bit of business, game night. Friday night, 7 p.m. EST. That would be November 6th. I don't know what game we're playing. Feel free to suggest something. Among Us, Golf with Friends. We played Phasmophobia. But I want to get Ida Lee in on this one because, you know, it's only
don't worry about it.
No, I don't want to keep playing Phasmophobia every week.
It's fine.
No, it's fine. It's fine. You know what? That's right. This is a podcast of one. I keep forgetting. I just muted her. So, what I'm trying to say.
What the heck? So, wait, did the trailer, was that intentional, not having any sound in that trailer?
There was sound for me, it just didn't come through on your end. You'll listen, there was sound for me.
So the audience can still hear it?
Yes, the audience heard it.
Oh, I see, okay.
You couldn't hear it because it wasn't on my soundboard.
Oh, I see, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
No worries. Anyway, so, yeah, game night this Friday, 7 p.m. EST. Suggest a game, go to my Discord channel. There's a link in the below description. If you want to have animals featured on this podcast, send your animal pictures to dgapodcast@yahoo.com, or again, link them on my Discord channel, and I'll do what I can for the next podcast. All right, well, this was episode 13. Glad you guys are still with us. It's been fun. This is Vince, and you are who?
Ida Lee.
Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time. Take care.
Bye, guys.